Hey everybody, it's time for Koei Tecmo Day on Halfbeard's HUD's Heads Up. Starting off, we're looking at Dead or Alive 5 last round. This is the next-gen kind of redux of Dead or Alive 5. It includes a couple new characters, and I think some new stages and new costumes, and all sorts of crazy stuff. And yeah, we're going to check it out. I'm not a big Dead or Alive guy, to be absolutely clear, so I'm going to do pretty badly at this. But I put a good, like, 2 or 3 hours into this. Enough that we'll kind of be able to get an idea as to what's going on here. So why don't we start off, we'll just take a peek at the new fighters. Set up a quick versus match against the computer. So the two new fighters are Rido, who is, I think, supposedly he's the first boss of Dead or Alive 1. Except now he's had his memory wiped and he's got all these, like, robot parts and stuff. And then there's also Hanukkah. She's the other new fighter. Let's play as Rido, and we'll defeat Hanukkah. And there's, you know, costumes. All sorts of costumes. Not as many for the new characters, obviously, but there's a bunch. We'll give them shiny gold stuff, because that's dumb. And show off Hanukkah as well. Again, lots of costumes. More for her, because this is Dead or Alive. The things that make this game Dead or Alive stay in check. Alright, let's throw it on. I'm trying to remember what arenas are new. The Crimson is new. This is a new arena. And this was, again, I think it's a Dead or Alive 2 arena. And they've cleaned it up and updated it, you know, made it all spick and span and shiny and new. And then they've also got the Danger Zone, which I think was in Dead or Alive 1. If I'm remembering the press kit correctly. Let's go to the Crimson. Yeah, I was a Tekken guy growing up. That was my 3D fighter of choice. So Dead or Alive is foreign to me. I know the memes, by which I mean I know the tits of Dead or Alive. I know that it has a preponderance for them.
I want your skills.
But it's still a good fighting game. Like, after putting a couple hours into this, it's a pretty fun little fighter. It's simple. It's different. The fact that it's got a guard button on the face buttons is weird to me still, as well as a throw button there as well. But it's still fun. And it's got a good look to it. It's really impactful. There's a good sense of just raw power when you hit characters. Like with every character, when you get a really good hit in it, it feels really good. And you can get some good combos off too, if you know what you're doing. It's definitely a game for someone with some skill. There's tournament style stuff in this for those who are of that ilk. That's not me, but I can appreciate it regardless. And I knocked her down the thing, and that's still cool. Those are the new characters. Let's go show some other stuff. Quit out of this. Because there's a bunch of stuff in this, and aside from just basic fights, there's arcade mode. There's no arcade endings. I don't know if that was ever a DOA thing, but there's no arcade mode endings, which is weird to me. That's just 8 fights in a row. Time attack and survival are kind of the same thing. Time attack is the same as arcade mode, but you're doing it with as little time as possible, and survival is just as many opponents as you can fight in a row, and then team fight is just, you know, team battle. Basic, very basic, like, fighting game modes. The kind of stuff we've been seeing since the PS1. Also, extensive training modes, just like standard training. Command training, which allows you to practice each move. Combo challenge, which specifically has you kind of, like, doing specific moves and stances into other stances and kind of learn it that way. And then just a basic, like, a good tutorial that kind of shows you all the stuff. I know enough about Dead or Alive to be dangerous, so we're just gonna stick with that. And then there's online as well, and then there's story mode, which it's got like an MK style story. It's really dumb. We're actually just gonna jump into this right now because it's kind of special. The story mode in Dead or Alive is kind of impressive in that it is kind of dumb. It's kind of really dumb. So we're gonna play through like the first 5 fights here, just so we don't get into any of the character-specific story modes, but the first 5 fights should set up the basis of the story very well for people who have not seen this game yet, as well as just show this game's utter preponderance for fights that make no sense. Like, it is ridiculous, the fighting in this game, and how it is just like, you know what? You are in the same room as me, and therefore we need to fight to the death. Why? No good reason, really. Like, even MK had that a little bit where fights would just be set up and they would happen and it would make no sense. But it was generally, there was some reason to it. This is just like, oh, another pretty girl is in the room. We must kung fu fight now. And they kung fu fight, and it blows me away. It's great because it's what I wanted of Dead or Alive. goofy bullshit and bad accents and people going on about Doatech, because that's the name of the company in this game, Dead or Alive Technologies. I want that. So I'm into it. It's just weird. You'll see all their... This is the big thing in Dead or Alive 5, and it's in this version of it in full force, thanks to the power of the PS4, is their sweat tech. You can see that's Zach there. He's all sweaty. And all the characters will set like that dynamically, and when you see their like ending movies, they're like, you know, when their victory lines when they win a fight, you'll see them get all kind of gross and sweaty, and it's there. And if you like you get them to fall on the ground in right environments, like I don't think it'll happen here because we're in a boxing gym, but if we were like fighting on a rooftop or something like that, we would be able to like knock Zach on the ground. When he got up, his back would be all covered in dirt. Which I think it's neat. It's a little gross. It's a little creepy at points, but it's neat. It's a cool idea. Also, the boot fixers. The boot physics are weird. This game actually has a breast movement option bar, which is great. I think that's, again, Dead or Alive. Not a bad thing. It's Dead or Alive. And it is the three options are natural, Dead or Alive, or LR, which I'm assuming is last round, because they've, again, power of the PS4. They've put all that, raw processing power into making these women jiggle as much as they possibly can. And yeah, this is one of Ayane's numerous clones, assumedly. Because they're everywhere, they populate this world. As far as I'm concerned, every character is Ayane or Hayate. Because they're just clones of all of them. We get to go meet Elena Douglas with her ridiculous accents. Right, everyone's got ridiculous accents. Because it's Dead or Alive.
He had to be involved with Dawn.
It's just like, I was in the military, but this smart polo tells me to respect you. I don't know why. Military guy in smart polo shirt, it feels weird to me. Also, she is missing a large section of that dress. Like the middle of it. Like the front. Oh, it looks like the back too. It's just sides. It's just the sides of a dress. She's cutting down on Doatech's spending by reducing her wardrobe budget. Only buying the sides of a dress now.
So you're saying that whatever the people who have left Doatech do on their own is none of your concern?
Now I'm sitting down over here. I didn't feel like talking to you at my desk.
Whatever. By the way, is that girl you're
So this is a very Japanese writing trope of just, when you want a character to be mysterious, you call them that girl, or that guy, or them, and it bugs the hell out of me. I don't know why, but it just seems very lazy. Like, just coming up from a pillar like that should make you just all over.
Tell me.
Yep.
Where is my clone?
I think that's the one that looks like Dural from Virtua Fighter.
Kasumi.
Get lots of, like, longing looks at each other and kind of silent, pensive glances, and then fighting because Dead or Alive. And enjoyably stilted dialogue.
Alpha 152 was Doatech's ultimate combat life form. A one-of-a-kind asset. Do not worry.
That accent feels very put on just by the sound of it. Like, I'm just listening to it, and it just feels very... Like, the actor is thinking consciously about putting that accent on.
We still have some time before we reach the dock. Try to get
And she's like,
rest.
I don't want to rest. I want to find my clones. I don't know why we cut out to the ship for a second there. That made no sense. It's just like, here's the ship, just to remind you, you're on a ship. Did you forget you're on a ship?
What are you planning now?
And now we'll get another fight, I think. We're gonna go to the Doatech oil rig, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's where we're going next. Oh no, now we get to see Hayate. We got more story. And Zach is driving him in the plane for some reason.
What does Elena want with me?
No idea. Maybe she's trying to set you up with something.
Listen to this goofy music going on in the background. It's a weird game.
Don't worry about
Yeah, there's a lot of story set up in this, like, especially in this opening section. Zach, you're a creepy motherfucker. Especially in this opening section, there is a lot of setup, which, fair enough. And that's kind of what you want out of this. You want a DOA story mode to be just awash with nonsense. And that happens. Dead or Alive Technologies is the nicest company. I like how they both lean into it. I don't know why. It just seems it's a little animation quirk, and I really enjoyed that. Yeah, here we go. Doatech offshore platform, same time, and now we get this fight that makes no sense.
Damn, she's getting rusty.
Why'd you bring your bike on the fucking oil rig, man? Where are you gonna drive it? And he thinks the same thing. This is Rig. I want to say he was one of the new characters from the main version of Dead or Alive 5. Him and Mila, which is the girl we played in that first fight. Who is a prospective MMA fighter who Zach kind of prospects for fighting in the Dead or Alive tournament.
Hey, what do you mean it won't do?
You calling me stupid? It's time to Hulk out! To be fair, we didn't insult the bike. We insulted you because you're stupid for bringing a bike out here. Looks really good. I will say this for this game: it is a good-looking game. It was good looking on the Xbox 360 and PS3 from what I saw of it, and this version of it, this next-gen version of it, really does look fantastic. And I'm playing on like casual camera mode, so it zooms in and does some neat stuff for just extra presentation, cinematic purposes, and it works. Like, ugh, I'm not paying attention. I need to be guarding more. There we go. He broke my guard though, but it doesn't matter because I'm just gonna beat him to death. All the story mode fights are one round, though if you're playing arcade mode or something like that, they're normally more. Just as a note, I don't have anything more to say about that. Like, that sweat like that just comes down and rips off his chin. They all do that. It's especially creepy with a lot of the lady fighters, because it'll do that and then it'll drop it into their cleavage, and you're like, no. And he's like, I guess we're done fighting now. Let's go drink. And he starts hugging him like it's a weird sequence. That whole sequence is weird. That should have been like one punch, and then they realized they were being dumb, and then stopped. Also, now we're back to the scene we were just watching with Hayate. Why we cut away? Why we couldn't do the oil rig scene later on, after this bit with Hayate, I don't know. It was very important we showed Hayate getting to the boat for some reason. And then it was very important we showed the oil rig at that very moment, even though there was no story significance to that scene whatsoever. And now, we need to see Hayate with Kasumi. Kasumi? No, that's Ayane. I think I don't know. No, it is Kasumi. I mixed up all their ninjas. They got too many ninjas. Kasumi and Helena Douglas.
Kasumi, this concerns our whole clan. You shouldn't bear this burden alone.
And then she says, "No, I'm too scared of the ninja clan. I don't want to deal with them." Then she runs away, all kind of tantrumy. I'm just saying it's not a very elegant ninja walk. And then he's just kind of, that's like, that cutaway for a second, and then back to him. It's very odd. So that's the opening of Dead or Alive 5 story. And then you play through, like, 3 or 4 fights with each character. And that's pretty good. And I've enjoyed playing the story so far. It's been goofy and ridiculous in the way that I like Dead or Alive to be goofy and ridiculous. And the fighting has been enjoyable, and the writing has been, you know, okay. Let me get into... do a really quick match of online, and I'm gonna get just stomped. I'm gonna get stomped in online, because I'm bad at Dead or Alive, but that's alright. I set various rules to fight with characters. Let's just rank match. Just go for it. Solo fight. There's some hip-hop playing in the background, alright. Go with that. Oh, hold on, cancel. So this is interesting. LR, I don't know what this means. No, cancel. I'm trying to see what this difficulty setting means, because there's a bunch of difficulty settings and weird settings that are LR. Like, that's a new rank. I think LR is a new top rank. Yeah. I don't want, and then U, which I guess is like ultimate, and then Topaz, and then Emerald, then Diamond. Maybe LR is the bottom? I don't know. It's just weird. Let's just go with Max there, and then we'll actually let me change. I guess LR is maybe the bottom rank. I don't know. Region, let's go with any. Same. We'll go with same. See what we can find. Let's see if we can find someone online. Someone's probably playing this. It is worth noting that this game has had supposedly a bit of a rough launch. I've not seen it, to be fair. I've actually not had any problems with the game as I have been playing it, but the Tecmo Koei Twitter account has been just spitting out reams of apologies and warning notices. And some people have apparently been having issues with the game in terms of like losing save data and whatever, but just as a note, I personally haven't encountered any of it, so take from that what you will. On that note of save data, it's actually kind of interesting. If you were a big Dead or Alive 5 fan on the last gen and you bought a bunch of the DLC, you like your, let's be honest now, somewhat creepy Dead or Alive costumes, all of that stuff will come with you. Oh, unable to find a opponent matching your criteria. That's a bummer. Yeah, all your DLC will come with you. It all comes back into this game. So that's not loading up. So let's just go play some arcade mode. That's fine. Arcade mode is fine. That's good enough. And while we're doing this, we'll show off some of the costume stuff. So let's try it on normal. I had a hard enough time beating on easy. I won't do well on normal. That's all right. So yeah, these are all the characters. There might be some other characters to unlock, but I don't think there is. But all the characters come with a bunch of costumes. A lot of them are unlocked from the start. So just using Tina as an example, the costumes kind of go on forever. Like we haven't even looped around yet. There it is. And a lot of them are locked. A lot of them you gotta go buy, and they give you the little preview to be like, "Hey, this is what it looks like. You can go buy it for $1." And they're suitably ridiculous. Almost every female fighter has this costume, this "I'm a fighter" cheerleader costume, and I think it's hilarious. They also have ridiculous bikinis. A lot of the beach volleyball stuff found its way into this game, unsurprisingly, and there's stuff you gotta unlock as well. Can be unlocked through, I'm assuming, story mode as well as like arcade. I know you can lock some stuff through arcade. Which character am I gonna play as? I'm gonna play as Kokoro because I'm actually pretty okay with Kokoro. Who I beat easy mode with, and I managed to not win, but I managed to do okay in a single online match with. And I'm gonna use this costume because not only is this a weird costume, it is my secret costume because it actually has a tactical advantage, and you'll see what I mean when we get into combat. And we need an opponent for her. Oh no, it's just gonna be arcade mode, right? It's just gonna give me random opponents. And it's in a nice, like, note. Yeah, it just pulls from random costumes during arcade mode, so you can see him in a fucking Tecmo Bowl costume. And I call this my tactical advantage because it is her distracting dress physics costume. Can you focus on the fight while looking at her completely going nuts legs? I bet you can. I just beast moding on the AI here. Fuck you, Bayman. You weren't good enough to be in Tecmo Bowl. I'm not great. I'm not great with a lot of her more complicated abilities, but she's got like a good flow to her that I can kind of work with. And that's kind of the thing with Dead or Alive. Again, for all the things you want to say about it being creepy and being ridiculous, which, again, granted, those things are true, it is just a world-class fighter. It feels good. There's a lot of impact to the hits. It's got a very good flow to it. Once you get the idea of that balance in place, it all works out great. I think Ayn is a clone of Hayate. I don't know. And yeah, it's a fun, good fighter, despite all the other things about it. Which is probably why there's a current kind of controversy going on in the FGC about wanting to ban sexy costumes during tournaments, and some people are like, yes, we should do that. It would make Dead or Alive more legitimate. Everyone else is, and a bunch of other people are like, no, but that is against the spirit of Dead or Alive. That's kind of what people come to this for. Yeah, fuck you, Ayn. You went through those pipes and should have died, but that doesn't matter to us. I don't have a dog in that fight personally. I kind of agree with both sides. Yes, getting rid of the sexy costumes would make it more like respectable. On the other hand, the sexy costumes are kind of what makes it Dead or Alive. I'm gonna lose this because I'm not paying attention. And yeah, there's all sorts of stuff in the environment still that's still in place where you can knock guys off ledges into different parts of the world to make new arenas, and you can like bash them through stuff. Like I can bash her into those torches, which gets a little damage done to her. All that kind of stuff. I'm not trying hard enough. Again, I'm not great at Dead or Alive. I don't have enough of a like a history with the series to really be any good at it. Especially because I'm not a fighting game guy at the best of times with the series I'm actually good with. So this is a little different. This is me having to pick up a whole new set of tools and working with them. There we go. Get a decent little combo going time to time. And yeah, you can see like on her arms there's some dirt. That's because she fell on the ground. Like her boobs are going all crazy. Like it's weird. But aside from that, you know, their weird dirt and sweat physics are there, and it's interesting. Listen to this music. This like great 80s music going on. Come on, I want to do a grab. No, I'm fucking that up. Oh. So we're getting to the part where I'm starting to screw it up. We're, what, stage 4? Yeah, we're at about the part where I'm going to start to fail. No, no, yeah, there we go. Went out like a punk. Come on, stop that. Yeah, I'm just getting the shit kicked out of me. I guess we'll die here, and then we'll go check out the last thing we need to check out with the Dead or Alive game. I did mention the breast movement option earlier, and we would be remiss if we did not test it out on camera. I think what we've been seeing with the boobs going all crazy is LR mode. Because I put it on there to check it out what it looked like, because I was curious, because of course I was. And we'll go set it back to natural and just see the extremes. Dead or Alive, if I remember correctly, it's definitely somewhere in between. No matter what, the changes are surprisingly subtle, but when you go from one end to the other, it definitely ramps up. So it is in. Where is it in options? Is it game settings? Yeah, it's integral to the game. It's why it's in game settings. Yeah, so you can just set off too, so that's nice. But it defaults to natural, which is what we'll set it to now. Random filter. Huh. That's interesting. You can set what items should be chosen during random selection, so I guess that's how they would enable that no sexy fighter thing for FGC matches. Yeah, and you can turn on the hit effects, you can change the action of the camera type, you can do all that kind of stuff. So, let's go do one last match real quick. Let's try one more time to find an online match. I don't think we'll find one, though. Just because we didn't find one before. Mind you, I am playing this, like, middle of the day. This is my job, so I play these sorts of things during the middle of the day. As a result, I don't always find stuff. So we just gotta sit here and wait and hope for the best. Online matches are kind of tough when you play games in the afternoon. Oh, I'm gonna say this is probably a no. Yeah, alright, fuck it. Let's just do another random, like, just versus match. That'll show us what we need. You can turn on exclamation mode as well, which, it locks, the unlocking of titles and achievements, I think, or, something like that, but it allows you get temporary access to characters and stages that aren't locked, you know, normally. Let's go solo match, player 1. Let's pick a character who is gonna, yeah, go with Helena. I don't think I've ever played Helena, so we'll go with Helena. And we'll go with a random costume for Helena and hope that doesn't end up giving me something horrible. And we'll fight against... Oh yeah, I forgot. So this is still Dead or Alive 5. The virtual fighter characters are still totally in this. We'll have her fight Jackie from Virtual Fighter, because why not? We'll give him a random costume. And they've also got a bunch of costumes. They put costumes out for everybody. We saw the Crimson already, didn't we? No. Did we see the Danger Zone? We saw the Danger Zone at one point. We saw the Crimson as well, I think. Didn't we? I think so. Let's just go random, see what comes up. Just trying to show all the new stuff in this game. We got Santa Jackie, and he even gets a gut. All the Santa costumes for the dudes include a gut. And she gets a tennis costume. Yeah, I don't think I've ever played Helena, so this is gonna be, you know, this is gonna be interesting. Yep. Wow, that skirt's just going everywhere. Again, the cloth things in this game are kind of intense. They're distracting in a way that is like, you could use for actual legitimate tactical strategy. Oh. Oh, and then, well. I'm dead. She's getting all dirty. It's kind of it's unsettling, is what it is. There we go. That was a thing. I did a thing. Try to do like a mid-air grab. You can do those sometimes. It's all dependent on the characters, obviously. That's fighting games. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. Then again, it's pretty clear because this is Dead or Alive. I haven't known what I've been talking about since the starts. Oh, look, the La France. Oh, I was doing something cool and then he hit me out of it. Damn it. Damn you, Jackie. I don't know what fighting style she is, because each of them does have like a fighting style they're at least ripping on. I know the new characters, Raido is like his old style with some weird robot stuff, and then Hanukkah like has taken the styles of other characters and kind of incorporates it into her own thing. Which, on that note, let's do one quick match with Hanukkah. Just because I haven't played Hanukkah, we should see what Hanukkah looks like. We only fought against her, and we kind of, you know, beat her up real bad. So we should check out Hanukkah, because I've actually played with her yet. Random costume. Change your side style, I just stick with the normal style. And we'll fight against somebody random as well. Random costume, random character. See what it gives us. Random zone. Always random. Always random. Default costume. Oh god, versus me! Mirror match! And I'm the one in the weird costume. The cow overalls. This music is, whoa! Like a bear hug sort of thing. So there's all sorts of like weird lore behind Hanukkah. She's got like that Taskmaster mimetic memory where she's able to like memorize fighting styles just by watching them, but she's also got like this special super stance mode where she has the power of any other of like the strongest fighters. She's basically God, is kind of what the press kit made her sound like. Which, you know, if there was gonna be a God of the Dead or Alive universe, about this. About what I expect. That was a cool little elf. Yeah, that was neat. Oh. Alright, and I think that's Dead or Alive 5 last round. Yeah, she's got burning devil power.
So hot.
Yeah, that's Dead or Alive 5 last round. It's available now. PS3, not PS3, Xbox. Well, it is technically available on PS3. It's just, I'm not sure if it's, I don't know if they made a last round version for PS3. I know it's available on PS4 and Xbox One, and it will be available on PC in the very near future. March 30th, I think, is the release date for the PC version of this. I don't remember the price. Give me 1 second, I'll look it up. I'm pretty sure that it is like $40, but let's find out, just in case I'm wrong. It is, oh, come on, I know I've got it on here somewhere. I think it's $40. I'm not seeing a price listed in this email, but I'm pretty sure it's $40. If it's not, it's $60. It's probably, it's pretty cool. I've been enjoying it so far. It's interesting. Here, this should give me it. Looking at the review guide really quick. Just wanting to get that price on there, because there's got to be a price for this somewhere. An RRP, a registered retail price, because I'd be curious to know. No, not seeing it in here. Well, it's a price from a place on Steam at the very least. It is going to be where is it? It's on here. I know that. God damn it, where is it? There it is. On Steam at the very least, it's going to be $40. I assume it's probably the same on Xbox One and PS4. I think it's pretty good. I mean, obviously, if you already have Dead or Alive 5 on Xbox 360 or PS3 and you haven't, like, sold those, it's probably maybe not worth the purchase, because it is, like, it's a couple new characters and it's a couple new stages, which is nice, but I'm not sure if that warrants a whole new purchase. That said, if you have not gotten into Dead or Alive 5 yet, or have not gotten into Dead or Alive at all, in my case, this is a lot of fun. It's a good fighting game if you were just looking for, like, something that's kind of suitably ridiculous. This totally does the job, and it's got just a good feel to it. So, yeah, I'm gonna fight this fight again for really no good reason. Oh, I'm gonna fight Bayman again in his Tech Mobile costume, and I guess I'm gonna take off. This has been Dead or Alive 5 last round, and as always, I've been Rose Halfbeard, and we're out. Later, guys.